Probably there. You guys ready for your final act?
Yeah!
Basically, if you get we're doing a collection buck at the end of the show, give it what you can. You've been absolutely fantastic. Can we get just a slow round of applause?
Let's stroke the end, get it focused. Hello, how you doing, everybody? Well?
Yeah!
How you doing, everybody? Well?
Yeah!
Good. My name is Richard Hanrahan, as my dad would say. Meet the water, Richard Hanrahan. Sorry to explain, my dad is Jabba the Hutt. Fat guy there. Good. We all enjoying ourselves a long time. You are young, aren't you, Mike? You could be like a new generation of Harry Potter. You know, they're going to recast the film. I mean, there's no Hermione, but she was the worst character anyway, wasn't she?
Yes?
Yes! It's on side already. Good. Do you have any couples in? Any couples in? Are you guys a couple? Yes. One look. Are we going to say yes? One look. We did take some vows a few years ago. Are you married? Yes. Yes, good. Don't worry, nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to, well... also, I like the fact that I always love when the compare gets thrown. Like, superfluids I can understand. Parents. How long have you been married or just together?
29 years.
29 years! A round of applause for 29 years! Wow. I'm not 29 yet. That's kind of freaky. I don't know, I'm very impressed. The idea for me of a relationship lasting more than 2 years is really incredible. But that's 29 is the biggest number I've had in the festival so far. I assume, well, this question usually goes to like the newer couples, but I assume you've met her parents. Yes. Otherwise, the wedding's going to be an awkward situation to go, who's that man who's walking you down the aisle? Very jealous. No, was there an awkward situation? Did he feel pressurised in any way?
No.
No? It was all fine? You're laughing though, is there? Is there another side of the story? You're just going to go, no, wrong man.
No.
No, good. No funny anecdotes or anything like that. Good, it's worth asking, isn't it? I mean, the dad could have been Noel Edmonds. You never know. It's going to happen one of these days. I had a guy in the other day who was Spanish, called Manuel, and works in a hotel. Amazing. I recently, about a couple of years ago, I was going out with a girl, and I was trying to meet the dad, and I met the dad. You want to try and show that you can be the alpha male and look after the daughter. You want to say, yes, I am having sex with your daughter, but on the other hand, I will look after her if you die. But to reverse that in a positive way. And I usually, if you're a sporty, good-looking man, you'd be like, yeah, no, that's good, genetically that's great. I'm none of those things. I'm a short, fat. I'm very hobbit-like, if you will. My feet, as I shall show you now, are size 5.5. There you are. They're very hairy as well. Thank you. Thankfully, the dad was impressed by my feet, so we got past the first level. But no, I tried to impress him by playing Scrabble. He's a Scrabble man, and I was a Scrabble man, so it was a tense battle. I was on the final go. I was faced with a dilemma. I could either A, pass and risk being thought of as an idiot, or I could B, play my last 6 remaining tiles on a triple word score to win by 28 points. With the word rim job. Now, if you are ever in that situation, and you will be, don't play the word rim job. I played the word rim job. The dad looked down, he looked up. He didn't flinch. He just said, I think you'll find that's hyphenated. Destroyed. Anyway, yes, good. Does anyone here have a dad? One hand. Yes, I've got a dad. He's well known for his sayings. He says things. Some things are weird, like you can't make black pudding out of human blood. Don't ask me how he knows it, but thankfully he does. Other things he said are more useful, like look after the pennies and the pounds look after themselves. but do look after the pounds as they are worth 100 times more. Another thing it says is, when the cat's away, you've lost your cat. So you best go look for your cat. I'm going to continue now with my world-famous and award-winning list of words I would like to change. Thank you. The word palindrome is a word describing a word which can be read the same both forwards and backwards. However, the word palindrome is not a palindrome. I propose to change the word palindrome to palin it up. The word onomatopoeia, which describes a word which is supposed it sounds, is not supposed it sounds. I propose to change the word onomatopoeia to O-E, spelled O-E. The word acronym I like. However, it should not mean a word formed from the initial letters of several other words. Acronym is a word of strength. So I propose it should mean strong strength, as in the man punched him in the face with acronym. There are too many vowels in the word consonants. I propose to change it to consonant. Similarly, there are too many consonants in the word vowel. I propose to change it to O-E. The new words O-E, consonants, and O-E, the words which make sounds, are too similar. I propose to change the word O-E to A-O. And similarly, O-E should become the word formerly known as O-E, spelt O-E. The words gonorrhea and diarrhea are too similar. I propose to change it to front rear and rear rear. That's the end of most of the words I'd like to change. Thank you very much. I'm filming this for a documentary. I'm doing for my PhD. I'm doing a documentary for my PhD about trying to change the world through stand-up. One of the things, you sir, hello. Don't worry. Why is everyone so afraid? Have you never had a conversation before? Oh my God, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? I'm going to say words at you and you're going to say words back. It's fine. Have you ever seen the TV show Britain's Got Talent?
No.
No, you've not. But you know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the gist. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a show where members of the public are allowed, just for a second, to go on stage and do a little dance, do a little song, as a means to sort of endure themselves to us, whatever the word is supposed to be. I don't think it should be called Britain's Got Talent, I think it should be called Britain's Got Dogs. And some of those dogs can dance. There's a very famous woman who was on it, Mandy might help me, Susan
Boyle.
Susan Boyle, how do you say it?
Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle. Susan Boyle. So there's a woman called Susan Boyle. And she was on Susan Boyle, and she was on Britain's Got Talent, and she was there, and she's an ugly woman, and I couldn't believe it. She could sing. An ugly woman who could sing. An ugly woman who had an opinion. What was it? I mean, ugly woman. By the way, I wouldn't even like her as my mother. She was that ugly. I mean, oh my goodness! And she could speak. She had words. Yeah, what's your name? Go. Oh, Susan Boyle. Ah, you're so ugly. I'm speaking. And then of course, when she started to speak, we were like, oh. Look at that silly woman! And then she started to sing and she stole our hearts. As professional cunt Piers Morgan said, ask your one parent. We were laughing before, but we're not laughing now. We're not laughing now. And she changed our hearts with a song. That song was a song called I Dreamed a Dream. That was from a French film. Les Miserables. Which roughly translates as The Sad. I've not seen Les Miserables. It was a French film from the 50s in which a young man, James Bond, goes into a mountain and blows it up using just his mind, right? And he meets a guy called, we'll call him Dr. No. And he has a face that could launch 1,000 ships, and he does, into James Bond. But James Bond can slow down time, he goes... And he gets hit in the face. But in slow motion, it looks really fucking cool, right? Anyway, so yeah, as part of that, and then he goes and says the world, kisses a girl. Great, it's a good film, it's a really good film, so check it out. On Netflix, 21st century. But no, one sort of sub-scene of that is there's a woman, and she's called, I'm going to call her Tony Blair. I don't know her name. Tony Blair, it's all one word, Tony Blair. And she's very poor, and she has to sell her body for sex, to RC parent. For money to feed her starving daughter, and as part of this, she rips out her teeth and sells that to a dentist. And she cuts off her hair and sells it to a wig shop, like a barber's, but for buying hair. A wiggery, a wiggist, a wigwam. A wig artist, a wig emporium. Wig emporium. I'm going to say, Tony Blair sold her hair to a wig emporium. And in that moment, when she's on her deathbed, she's gonna die. She sings a song, and that song is "I Dreamed a Dream." And her dream was to live. Not that she could live, but so her daughter could live. Her dream was that her daughter would survive her. And the state in which she'd arrived in that position, in which she'd had to sell herself, and which she does remarkably quickly, I think we'll point out. She lost her job and go, well, fuck it, I'll be a prostitute. Don't become prostitutes, guys. Bit of careers advice, okay? Good. No, but she dreams that her daughter will be able to live a life full of food. And it's sad, it's a poignant moment. Now, Susan Boyle, is that how I did it? Susan Boyle. Susan Boyle. She sang a song, and her dream, she dreamed, was to be like Elaine Page. And I can't help but feel the juxtaposition there is a bit bizarre, it's a bit odd, you know. But we would, as I said before, we were laughing then, we're not laughing now, because she could sing like Elaine Page, even though she was ugly. But the point is that these TV shows, they manipulate us, you know. They say things that make us think one way, and yet they change us, and they make us believe and feel that we can't necessarily, you know. But we understand that, we understand it's a constructed reality, you know. But we allow it to exist, and we let it happen, because we think we're above it, and we can't be manipulated into doing certain things, you know. And yet we can. It's not Susan Boyle's fault that she's ugly. It's not Susan Boyle's fault that she dreamed a dream. It's not Susan Boyle's fault that any of this happened. She just wants to have a record contract and live her life. But why does she want to be famous? Why does she want to be, you know, a fully functioning human being? Why does she want the right to sing songs for people and entertain people and have fun, you know? It's a confusing space, I understand that. It's a confusing thing to think about, but we all love it. Anyway, I want to change the world. I know I can't change Britain's Got Talent because it's relatively popular. I mean, you laugh. It gets viewership of, watch out, there's some pipes. This is literally the worst room in the world. It's someone went, I'll build a room and I'll do everything about it to make it shit. Put so much in, yes, but leave the wires hanging around. I mean, it looks like the inside of a toilet, right? We have got lampshades, so a bit classy. Should we put the plumbing inside the wall or outside? Oh, outside. We'll leave it amongst the seating. No, I know I can't change the world. Britain's Got Talent's got a viewership of at least, I think it's about, last time I checked, it was 25 people. Every week. But yeah, I can't change it, it's quite popular. But I know I can change myself, and I want to change myself. I'm quite a fat man, you probably noticed this. I've been fat since I walked on stage. I remember when I was younger. They say that the camera adds £10. But I've never eaten a camera, so it doesn't really apply. Also, I use metric, so. No, one of the science fans. Is it?
Yes.
Yes! Is it one? Good. But no, I went to a dietitian when I was younger, and she said to me, don't worry, it's just puppy fat. I remember thinking to myself, how does she know I'd eaten so many puppies? But I want to change myself and change I do a lot of gigs, I do a lot of comedy, and usually I drink heavily and eat kebabs, but instead I'm going to start doing exercise at every gig I do. So would you mind joining me on stage to film me, please? Round of applause.
George.
George, good strong name. Future king, potentially?
Maybe.
Maybe. You're not discounting it, good. Now, I need you to just find the best shots you can of me for this documentary. You know, go wherever you want. Absolutely. No, if you want to take photos, do anything and share it with me, I'd love to see it. But no, preferably that way around, just for this way. Yeah, that'd be ideal. So yes, I need you to give me some advice and some helpful tips just to throw at me to keep me going and keep me inspired. Is that okay?
I'll try.
Oh, that's good, that's good. Now the rest of you, I don't respond to positive comments well. I need you to heckle me, I need you to abuse me, I need you to hate me. Because I will know I'll only make a difference to myself if I hate myself. And hate myself so much that I will change my body. Is that okay?
Yes.
I said, is that okay? Yeah! Come on, you can do worse than that. Hit me with some abuse. Come on, hit me.
You're a twat.
I'm a twat. I'm a twat.
Go on! You can do it!
Else abuse me, heckle me. Come on.
Big nose.
Big nose, I have got a big nose. 1, 2, I have got a big nose. Keep it going, more abuse. Come on, abuse me. Abuse me. Find me some abuse. Come on.
You look like a girl.
I look like a girl. I'm a faggot. Who goes for faggot? Fine. Keep it going. Come on, abuse me. Come on, abuse me.
Trip over later.
No. I don't, but I might to. 1, 2.
Your feet are embarrassingly small. But pretty.
I dreamed a dream. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, so you've genuinely been really lovely. Do give all your money to Stuart. Otherwise, he will stab you. It's just a bit of fun. You've been lovely. I'm going to leave you with something my dad said to me. He has sayings, he says things, and this one he said to me means a lot to me. He said it on his deathbed, so it's sort of, I only share it with the really nice audiences. Don't worry, it's more of a couch, really. And he's more hungover, but the point is, he said this: give a man a dog, and he'll be happy for a day, but teach him how to dog. I've been Richard Hanrahan. Thank you very much. It's filming now. What do you think?
Oh,
That's it.
your set?
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It was, could it have with a bit more, a few more jokes at the end, but other than that, yeah, it was
Good.
I liked it. It was good. Put that in there.
Have I changed the world?
My world has changed,
Interesting.
and that's all.